One last question about like the Hawaii dynamic, because we mentioned that Hawaii has a lot of good baseball players.
Yeah.
I mean, we have a lot of athletes in Hawaii, but for you kind of seeing, now it's been a few years since I know COVID kind of threw a wrench in everything, but seeing the development of these players, what are some of the common themes, I guess, or, like what do you think it helps for these Hawaii athletes to succeed in baseball, right? Like for you, is it more that, we just need more facilities or, like more opportunities for them or, I think there's enough opportunities with the weather, but, like what is it that you kind of preach to a lot of the young athletes?
Because I think there is a lot of confidence in yourself in taking a day off.
Yeah.
There's confidence in yourself as to, to take a day off, right? You have to be okay with the work that you put in the previous week or whatever it is. And so figuring out, obviously I don't want anybody obsessive about anything, but to have that, again, motivation, drive, whatever you want to call it, but like it's just that having that idea that, I know what I'm doing. I think I'm putting in enough effort. Yeah. And so, on the days where you feel wrecked or the weeks where you're like, I got nothing to play, I don't have games for another month, maybe I take the week off. Yeah. Yeah. So that's the one thing that I see with a lot of high level players is just confidence. Yeah. Confidence in the work that they're putting in. Yeah. I have yet to see a high level baseball player who didn't train hard. And not practice, right? Not the sport, right? Yeah. In the weight room. Yeah. In the running, the stuff that like sucks. Yeah. That's what it is. It's the stuff that sucks and the stuff that no one's gonna see you do. Yeah. But that's the work that has to put in, and that's what I think all high level, not just baseball players, athletes. Yes. Lend towards. Yes. Or gravitate towards. Yeah. Yeah. No, that's excellent messages, for the younger athletes. And kind of thinking on that note, to build off of that, I know you're willing to help everybody, right? You're right. But is there a certain message like, if you're looking for this, like that is definitely what I do. Like if you're looking for obviously pitching, but more than that, like you're looking to, I think if you're looking for a fresh set of eyes, I think that's a big thing that I provide. I think I provide, obviously I'm a baseball guy true and true. Like for me, there's no off season, even when there's no Major League Baseball on TV, like I'm still working with players every day. So, I think it's a fresh pair of eyes. I think especially for the older guys, you have your coaches telling you at, at your school or at your team saying like, okay, you need to do this. But, you're not really getting it or you're not really seeing any sort of results from what you're working on. I could at least be somebody that unbiasedly, I pride myself in watching a player and being fairly unbiased about what I'm seeing. Yes. That's kind of something I provide is just, I think I've seen enough bodies and I've seen enough arms move quickly to know, what you should or shouldn't be doing. Yes. Yeah. No, that's a great, if everyone's interested, right? What's your website? How can they contact you? And probably the best thing to do is go to one of my socials, DM me, Facebook, Pitching Performance Hawaii, Instagram, Pitching Performance Hawaii. I think the Instagram, there are, I think it's like what do you call those? Underscores. I'll put it in the show notes. Yeah. You can email me at pitchingperformancehawaii@gmail.com. Got it. Yeah. And then they can check out what are your hours and my hours right now? I'm not seeing any players on Fridays and Sundays. Just it's a weird week, so I'm going in today. But Fridays and Sundays are my days off, and basically from whenever anybody gets out of school. So because of the summer coming in, historically my summers are pretty crazy. So if you want to try and get in on the schedule, then give me a call or email me, whatever. And then if you want to give me a call, 808-352-0478. Got it. And this is more for private individuals, or do you guys do small groups? Eventually, just because of how kind of things have been, usually the first 3 or 4 visits are one-on-one. I really try and do that just because I think that one-on-one attention is important with setting a lot of the groundwork stuff. Like what does your warm-up look like, all that stuff. And then once everybody kind of gets into speed, then I kind of just put everybody more into like small group stuff. Got it. It won't be any bigger than 3 at a time. Got it.
No, there's a lot of great things. So go check out all of that. We'll put it in the show notes. Last thing before we sign off, any last words that you have for really anybody? Doesn't matter if they're training with you or not, or just last words of wisdom.
Okay, last words of wisdom. And I think it's because I am a parent now. And this is probably more towards the parents. Don't be so hypercritical of your kids.
Yeah.
You know, I think, you know, especially when they're younger, you know, I think they need to just foster kind of like, okay, we need, you know, figure out something that they enjoy. You know, like if they're enjoying it, then it doesn't feel like it's an uphill battle and you're fighting all the time.
Yes.
You know, yeah, I mean, just have your kid learn the sport, love the sport, and then and yeah, so don't be super hypercritical because, you know, if your kid is 12, he ain't going to get drafted until another 7 years. So, you know, you're not going to, it's not a make or break thing ever.
Yeah, completely agree. Let them find their passion and, you know, let that develop. And
development is never linear.
Yeah, it's never linear.
Never.
Yes. So just, you know, remember that. And I think that will make it a lot more of a positive experience for both the parent and the kid.
Yeah, I mean, because like that's what it should be, right? It's like Little League Baseball. I mean, yeah, it's cool to win, but at the same time, it's cool to like figure out how to learn things. Yeah. You know, like figure out how to learn a skill.
Yeah. You know, of course, we're not promoting like not competing and stuff like that. Yeah. But think about when we were little kids. I'm kind of like you, like look forward to the potluck. Right? Yeah, like simple things like that. Yep. And you never know what it might grow into and, you know, lead you down this not only successful college career, but even after that, right? It's your professional career too.
Yeah. So have fun and stop yelling at your kids.
No, sounds good. But thanks so much for coming on.
No problem. This is always fun.
But yeah, good luck with everything that you're doing, and I'm sure we'll touch base in the future a lot more too, and see all of the great things that you're doing.
Sounds good, man. Thanks for having me.
Thank you.